Hello, my name is David Doyle. I'm founder and managing director of B2B Sell. Any business, once investment has run out, needs to get new sales, and I suppose the service we offer is the first part of a new sale, which is finding new customers. So we find our customers new clients, and that's what we do at a business. In other words, we offer lead generation and sales outsourcing as a service to small to medium size professional services and technology companies. We started on the Plato program, it was around this time last year, so we were out of the program about a year at this stage. I think when you start a business off, your most important thing you need to do is actually make sure there's enough money in the bank and that you keep some sort of cash flow coming into a business. And as a result of that, you spend all of your time working in the business rather than working on the business. What Plato does is Plato enables small to medium sized business owners step back from that business and look at the business from a distance and look at the business strategically. So the program is designed, strangely enough, which is a little bit different from most programs, by the actual participants inside the business, where they identify what's actually important to their business and as a group come together and look for expertise to actually show them what to do. So it enables your business to step back and look at your business strategically rather than actually being stuck in the business with all the difficulties of running a business on a day-to-day basis. Before the Plato program, I think like most businesses, our biggest difficulty was making sure that there was enough bread on the table, and that's a problem that any small business has and continues to have, certainly in its early years. However, what Plato do is they enable you to look at your business from a distance and segment your business into its component parts. So rather than just having a business that we worked on a day-to-day basis, we now have a business that we work on rather than just in the business. So we've broken the business down into what we call a marketing engine. So we have a marketing engine that continues to generate our own leads. We have a finance review inside the organization so that we review the finances purely by the numbers and nothing else every single month on a particular day within the new month. We have a sales engine which takes its leads from the marketing engine of the business, and then we also look at our business strategically. So we do a strategic review of our business every month, believe it or not, and every quarter as well then too. So what has Plato done? Plato, I suppose, has enabled us and forced us somewhat to look at our business, step back from our business and look at it from a distance and break it into its strategic elements and have set aside time each month and each quarter to look at those elements as individual components of the business. I found that what's happened in a lot of the other courses, they're terribly prescriptive. In other words, somebody somewhere else has decided what you're actually going to study, and then there's a program that you follow. One of the key differences, and the first thing that you cover inside the Plato program, is that the group that you're with sit down and they decide themselves what's important to their business. And that is the structure of the coursework you go through and the assignments you get through inside the Plato program. So as a group, at the very start of the whole process, we looked down and we brainstormed every element that was important to our business. We categorized those into common elements, and around that we developed a program. And I don't think I've actually seen that in any other business or mentoring program other than Plato. So when you look back at the program, you don't really understand the benefits of this program until you've stood back from the program for a few years, or possibly, a few months, and possibly even maybe years for that matter. We would have quadrupled our turnover, and we would have gone from a loss-making situation into a profit-making situation. And a lot of that is really down to the elements that are inside Plato. I think another thing that a lot of people really overlook until they've actually finished the program is that being an owner driver of a business is a terribly lonely place to be. And if you're in an environment where confidentiality is key, where you're with owners of a business just like yours, it gives you a chance to perhaps relax and to expose yourself and to share some of those difficulties you have and come up with solutions that are garnered by the collective wisdom of the group. I think that's possibly one of the things you don't think of that you actually get. I think that a lot of us go into business where we're salespeople, or we certainly feel that we have to become salespeople, and that's true. And salespeople, by their very nature, tend not to like to be terribly organized. So really, it's a question of becoming an organized person, to look at your business from a distance. And I suppose the acid test is if someone came up to me and said, would you recommend a friend to become a member of the Plato program? Absolutely. Without any hesitation whatsoever, I could not recommend the Plato program enough. That is, if you're interested in moving your business and taking it up to the next level and ensuring the survivability of your business, then in my estimation, one of the few ways to do it inside Dublin is to actually join the Plato program.